Hi everybody, this is chapter 29. Okay, and it might be a nice way to sit with a cup of tea or a cup of coffee or another drink and enjoy listening to the story on Christmas morning. Chapter 29. Heather gets up from her seat and comes around to my side. She leans her weight against the edge of the desk. "You changed your hair," she says softly, taking a length of it in her hands. My muscles are still locked, my body holding firm, just like it did on the bus. You changed something anyway. She moves her thumb up, feeling the silken weight of the new curl. Her fingers grace against my face, and I can't even flinch. Heather whispers something, and the lock of the curls she is holding lies straight. There's a feeling of shoulders buckling, of bones crunching together. She looks me in the eyes, locking my gaze. Her hand travels up my arm, squeezing very gently where my forearm meets my elbow. And I feel as though I am a horse being looked over for sale. Her hand is on my shoulder, now my neck. Her hand is too warm to be filled with simply blood. Her other hand is flat to the wall, pushing against the chokey's boundaries, tensing on the plaster. The green light overwhelms me now, illuminating each corner of my paralyzed body, without movement to work with, to worry about. The green light is able to settle in my mind and become the voice of ultimate clarity. "Listen," it says. "Listen." What? I ask. What is it? St. Bernadette's is the well. The realization rolls over me in thick waves. That's why the chokey door closed on me that day last winter. That's why the tarot cards brought to the school by Harriet Evans became bewitched. That's why two sensitives in a space of 30 years have gone to school here, despite the rarity of sensitives and the fact that there was no precedent in either of our families to send their daughters to fee-paying schools. I wasn't supposed to go to St. Bernadette's after all. I was supposed to go to the same non-fee-paying school as my sisters, but my grads were too poor and they were afraid that I would get lost in the muddle of a bigger school. Harriet too, she had won a scholarship, the first scholarship ever given out by by Sister Assumptia. And that's a nun. And what about before that? Where were there more of us? There is a reason Miss Banbury is a teacher here, and it isn't just to get closer to me, although she is, right now, getting closer to me. Her fingers are climbing up my neck, so hot now that they feel like batteries, something meant to power something else. So much potential, she says, again, and I feel that same rotten fruit of my body. She feeling of being a wilting, dying thing. So much potential, she says, again and again. I think for a second that she is going to choke me, that she will kill me now, where I stand, and that will be the end of it. I consider that maybe I should have just taken the Japan offer, and if that was ever real. I think about my body when it falls to the floor, how the last cough of magic will come out of me, and it will be hers, and it will be done. But she does not choke me. Instead, she touches my lips and then hooks her finger around my teeth. Oh, I think. From the bottom of my numbness, maybe I won't die. Maybe whatever she needs from me, she can summon out through my throat. As I became aware of my own teeth, I begin to notice her. She is smiling now, baring teeth, and I dimly remember hearing about President Lyndon B. Johnson's life in reverse, being born and dying in the same town. Maybe that will be me too. It's funny, the things you think about when there is a woman's fingers in your mouth. Then she stops. Her eyes are confused, her nostrils flaring. I can feel her hold on me start to loosen, feel the blood coming back into my arms, feel the rage inside start to build again. I wrench away from her, moving so quickly that little purple and black spots start crowding the front of my vision. The kind that happen when a light is turned on and off. Too quickly, but then the spots don't go away. They stay on her, moving around her face, spots of darkness sticking to her and growing larger. No, not spots, holes! Miss Banbury starts to claw at her face, letting go of me entirely. The holes move around, opening and shrinking. Pinpricks, then the size of a cat's eye. My muscles loosen, her hold on me interrupted by whatever this is. I bolt from the room, and Aaron is in the corridor, his hand on the other side of the wall. His palms press against the chalky boundaries. This is his gift, I remember. I see the light in people, and he sees the holes. Maeve, get out, he says, breaking his reverie. I can't hold her like this for long, but I don't get out, at least not right away. What are you doing? Aaron doesn't answer. He's too focused on her, his fingers pressed firmly to the wall like he's about to climb it. Miss Banbury sinks to the floor, clawing at her skin, yowling like an animal. Maeve, leave! The black spots are still erupting on Miss Banbury, moving around and scattering like insects made from shadows. But they don't seem to be bothering her so much anymore. It looks like she is, at least mentally, fighting them. It strikes me that whatever Aaron is doing is not a physical torture so much as it is psychological one. She's not in pain, not on a skin level. It looks external, the shadows, bugs moving around, but it is happening entirely within her own head. Aaron starts to walk down the corridor, keeping his hand to the wall, his eyes closed in effort. He is still mumbling, and for a brief second I feel a dark resentment that Aaron and I were born with, similar amount of power, but that he has managed to hone and master his sensitivity over the years with the children of Bridget. The way he was able to walk into the attic bathroom and feel the residue magic in the room. The way he can manifest his power in such a visual, dramatic, devastating way on Heather Benbury. He understands on the technical level what I only occasionally grasp with instinct. And I am jealous. And in that jealousy, I begin to see what it might feel like to be addicted to that kind of power, that kind of control over yourself and others, and over others, to stick with it, even if it's violating every moral code imaginable. No, I think. No, I would never do that. I would never trade decency for power. Then a snide voice from within me starts to beckon. But you have, Maeve. You sold out your best friend for popularity. That wasn't the same, I reason. Yes, in some ways it's worse. Aaron actually got what he wanted. You couldn't even impress the popular girls. Maeve. Aaron calls, his voice starting to tremble under the strain of his spell. Run, run for the stairs. Aaron wanted to grant cosmic power. That's reasonable. You just wanted to impress a few girls in your class. There is a sense of something is about to break, and I will be crushed under it. I lift my legs, still pained from Heather's spell, and try to make for the exit. Think how much better off everyone would be without you. No, people you love, in danger constantly. Do you think Fiona is ever going to be okay again? Or Lily? No, Maeve. You ruined them. You ruined everybody. I'm behind Aaron's back, walking out backward as he does, closing my eyes to stop the voice, the terrible voice. That is just like mine. That is me. And then we are in the kitchen, and then the basement terrace, and then the street. It all seems to happen so slowly, my body feeble and confused like a horse just born. The bell goes, the sound just barely audible when you are standing on the pavement outside. The class is over. We need to go, he says. I look at him and am taken aback by the change. He doesn't look so washed out anymore. His skin is golden, his acne and ingrown hairs disappear, the squint in his eye barely visible. His entire being is pumped with magic, gleaming with the molten essence of the earth. We leave the same way we came in, but we are not in any sense the same way we came in. So in other words, they've been changed by the experience. And that is chapter 29. Well, my darlings, take care, and I'll see you in the next chapter. Bye-bye.